Happy full moon. How's everybody out there doing today? I'm outside and I want to pull some cards for this full moon energy that is very powerful, very potent right now. And I'm being called to pull some cards, and the reason why, because many of us have been doing some work this year of the snake, this year of the 9, shedding a lot of old versions and old cycles, all the things we've been talking about. And the videos that I've been posting, the previous videos that I've posted recently was from Lilith and from Medusa, the two dark feminine goddesses that came through on those sessions. Were basically assisting us with releasing fears, releasing things that don't serve us anymore, but also coming into the stillness within to really see what we are releasing, so that moving forward we have intentions and more awareness of what we are truly moving through and going into, right? And today, which is powerful, the goddess who has been coming to me for today's message is Hecate. Wait for this truck to pass by. The goddess that has been coming through for this message today is Hecate, which is beautiful because it's the full moon energy. And if you work with Hecate or know of her or her energy, you know that she's very connected to the moon, the phases of the moon, but also that dark feminine, the feminine in general, right? But also that mother maiden crone, that past, present, future, right? And also illuminating and opening up pathways and doorways, gateways to work with us into new journeys, true journeys that we are setting forth into. So the reason why I'm doing this video for this full moon is because Hecate is coming in to assist many of us with illuminating a new path. And before we do that, we have to, and what we are doing is releasing what no longer serves us. And this can be a very powerful ceremony that you do for yourself tonight or in group with a friend, whatever the case may be, is releasing what no longer serves us in order to walk this true pathway. Because right now we're in the in-between, right? The in-between of fully releasing. We're still on that little last sliver of releasing the things that no longer serve us. And now we're walking into a true path, which is unknown, which is kind of exciting if you think about it, because we don't want to hold any expectations with what's going to be coming forth, right? And that's also something that I have been really, sticking with and trying my best to do with this, to let go of the expectations of what will happen if I do this or if I choose this, right? If it's coming from a heartfelt space, it will be the right choice. There's a B. We already have the energy of creativity and fruition and community. Thank you, B. I'm going to pull a card from this Queen of the Moon Oracle. I do also want to mention that this is the harvest full moon, okay, the hunter's full moon. This is all about reaping the rewards of what we have already sown. And this is part of getting the rewards and getting the blessings and the abundance from the experiences and the lessons and everything that, and the wisdom that we have already gained up until this point. This is the moon for celebration. This is the moon for truly being proud about what you've done up until this point, truly being grateful for everything that has happened up until this point. The good, the ugly, all of it. So I'm gonna pull some moon cards to see what energies are coming through for this beautiful, powerful harvest full moon energy. Dang, that just flipped. We have the card of nourishment. That's beautiful. Number 7, nourishment. Is that too close? It's like had it all up in the camera. So we have nourishment. I'm seeing all the harvest. Look at all the harvest. Look at everything that's been collected. Look at everything that's been gained. This is also card number 7. That's all about that spiritual connection back to self, that deeper awareness, that wisdom, that true understanding of what we are truly experiencing, but also it's the connection back to remembering who we are. And I love how it's like we got this water coming from the moon. That's all about that feminine energy that we've been talking about lately. I have like my middle finger up. But I really like this nourishment, nourishing yourself, giving yourself that nourishment. We deserve it, right? We've done the work. Nourishing self, doing what truly brings you joy and happiness and fulfillment. That is how we nourish our soul. That is how we nourish our heart. That is how we nourish our life. But it's also speaking of nourishment. What are you giving? What are you bringing forth? That could be part of that new pathway that Hecate is leading us on, right? Nourishing ourselves in a true way that's aligning with us. This could be what we're putting into our body, what we're drinking, what we're eating, what we're listening to, what we're watching. How are we nourishing self and celebrating self for what we are moving into that is more healthier for us, that is more aligned? Let me get some water. Nourishment. We have the waxing crescent 5. Waxing crescent 5. That's beautiful. What else is this full moon bringing us along with that nourishment? What are we being called to bring into this new pathway? Hecate. The other deck. So we have nourishment from the Queen of the Moon deck, but she really wants me to pull some cards from the Animal Oracle, which makes sense. This is the Hunter's full moon, right? So it makes sense why we're going to be pulling from the Animal Oracle, which I absolutely love this Oracle deck by Stacey DeMarco. I love all the animal cards in here, and the artistry, the messages, everything. Also, that was my black cat. That could also be an animal that's working with you with this setting forth a new journey. Black cats also speak heavily with that dark feminine, but also with Hecate's energy, right? Okay, Hecate, what animals want to work with me and the collective? Oh. Of course, the dog. Why would that not? Hecate is funny. Okay, the dog. And if you know Hecate, she also works with the dogs, right? The 2 black dogs, her gatekeepers, but also the protectors, right? We have companionship with the dog. This is number 41, which turns into a 5. I love when that happens. So definitely the dog spirit working with us. We got the hunter right here. How aligned is that? We got the hunter right here. We got all these birds up here representing that freedom. Oh my gosh. We got the 2 dogs right here representing that protection, that guidance, that companionship with that version of self that really allows you to be who you are without the expectations of whatever anybody else is going to think. But also that's something that we've been releasing, right? The expectations, but also we're just really understanding that we are just so guided and protected. and so loved by ourselves. And when we give ourselves that companionship, but also calling in the true companions, that's something that we can also be walking into. That could be something that nourishes our soul. Companionship with self, companionship with spirit, companionship with those close to you. Calling in new connections and friendships and relationships that do nourish your soul. Because I don't know about any of you, but there's a lot of relationships that you might have released. And so now you're calling in more aligned and more healthier connections into your life. It's like hunting for stuff that truly aligns with you. There's the B again. Community. That keeps coming through. Calling in community. That's powerful. Also Oshun. If you work with Oshun, she's all about that goddess of fertility and abundance, which is beautiful. Bottom of the deck, we have the owl with wisdom. We were talking about wisdom like the whole 11:11 on my 11:11 on my timer. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. Okay, I'm done. The owl with wisdom. We have Athena here, but also Hecate. Hecate works with the owl too. She could be speaking to you in owls. I've been seeing owls and hearing owls literally since the eclipse season. So I knew that Hecate was coming through because she's been working with me a lot when it's come to like a lot of my shadow work. That's not something that I share a lot, but she's been working with me a lot with owning my dark feminine, my divine feminine within myself, and trusting in my spiritual gifts. She's one of the goddesses who has helped me with this. And if any of you have worked with the energy of Hecate, she is that dark feminine goddess that illuminates the light within. Okay, which is why she's known to hold the two torches or the two lights or whatever the case may be, but also shows us that we are those torches. We are that light, but we have to go within and face our own demons to really know what the light is within. That's part of that wisdom. That's part of that wisdom that we've gained. And I love that, like, oh my gosh. It's just so beautiful and powerful. We have like all the geometry in the background that's like working with the cosmic and galactic ancestry. That's part of the wisdom that's been coming through. But also, it's truly taking your power back, right? We have all this yellow. That's that solar plexus energy. Honoring your power. Honoring your wisdom. And it's beautiful because the owls are they're nocturnal, right? They are known to see in the dark. And that's why that's such a powerful message, is like, we are the torch to see within our own darkness, to step out of the old ways of doing, thinking, and believing, to walk into the light and the true version of self, and honoring the dark and the light within self. That's part of the wisdom. And the owls, they hunt at night, and when they fly, they're so quiet you can't even hear their wings. Like when they fly, they're so quiet that you really have to be paying attention to even hear them when they make their hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo. When they make those noises, it's a powerful noise that just shakes your whole body. At least for me. Because I know when an owl comes in, something big is happening. Something transformative, something unexpected, but also something needs to be celebrated, because we have gained wisdom already to share the wisdom we have gained. There is a purpose to gain wisdom for self, but also we gain it to share with others, just like I'm doing right now. But I love owls. I love the dogs. These are both literally animal guides that work with the goddess Hecate. And so if you are called to do a ceremony tonight with this full moon energy, If you feel confident and comfortable in calling on Hecate to assist you. Oh, this bee is about to land on me, guys. 3 times in a row that bee has came. The number 3. The number 3. Mind, body, soul. Spiritual connection, awareness, community. Because when you look at the 3 of Cups in the tarot, that's all about that celebration, that community, that coming together, celebration. I feel like this full moon, you're releasing all things that no longer serve you with gratitude, because they're already being released. Now it's being grateful for them finally being gone, so that you can walk on this true path. And that's what Hecate is really honoring right now, that we have already healed, understood. That's why we've gained the wisdom, right? We've already done all this. Now it's time for us to release all of it with gratitude, right? So that we can honor this true path that we are walking into, which is beautiful, because the wisdom that we've gained is going to set us on such an exciting journey. Bottom of the deck, we have authenticity with the wolf. Authenticity. Stepping into our authenticity. Release all the shit that don't serve us anymore with gratitude. All the masks, all the old versions of self, all the old belief systems that we grew up on that no longer resonate, but be grateful for what they taught us so that we understand the difference. And honor the true authenticity that we are walking into right here and now. That is what we're doing on this full moon. This energy, these next few years are going to be powerful, but this year has been potent. And this full moon, this is the time for us to really, really release with gratitude and step into our authenticity and bring our intention should be, my intention, your intention if you're still watching this video, should be to now honor and step into our authenticity without the illusions that try to keep us playing small. That is the message from Hecate. Do you have anything else you want to say to them? Galactic ancestors. She's saying that again. Working with your galactic ancestors. This is Osiris. He's a sweetheart. He likes to hang out with me when I'm doing my readings. So I'm really getting, this is the second time that he's been up here. Galactic ancestors, and I really want to get a deck that has a list of the galactic ancestry, but I'm really feeling like Pleiadian, Arcturian, Syrian, Lyran with the cats. If you're interested in more information about galactic ancestry, I would definitely meditate on that if that's something that interests you. Any other messages? Love on yourself, my friends. Be authentic. Be grateful. We've come a long way and we're going to keep going. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful full moon. And I love you.